Welcome back to the Popcorn Hour. I'm Matt, this is James, and today we're discussing the best worst movies.
2. This is the second adaptation
Yes.
of this episode.
This has also been pre-recorded, and
So we might have a different camera setup.
maybe, but also, I should be home relaxing with a new baby. Should be, but we'll see.
That's not the right remote. I'm gonna actually change yours a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So I'm very curious to see how different even this is,
Yeah,
if it is.
Yeah, I would say for this episode, if you watch the first one, there is likely
Some overlapping,
yes. I have a different
especially
list.
for how I did mine.
Yeah, I have a different list completely, but we might have some overlapping
I mean, we
movies
filmed
that we
like
talked about
4
a while
months ago?
Yeah, so
5 months.
we'll see. But this is pretty much like the movies that didn't do really good. A lot of people give them slack for.
Are critically not received well.
Yeah, but they're enjoyable.
Yeah, but they have like
At
a
least to us.
charm.
And again, this is subjective, so it's our opinions. So if you have anything different, that's fine. But this is our opinions.
Mhm.
So
So how did you make your list? What thought process did you go into this?
I think after I looked at it, a lot of I have a short list. I think I only have 7 movies this time,
Okay.
but I went at it from like what I liked as a child.
Okay.
So a lot of mine are like kids movies.
Okay. Okay. That's a good point. That's a good way of going about it. I'm doing this one based on what I've watched this year
Okay.
and I'm also going to mention some movies I did not like that are bad, but movies that I probably would have liked if I was younger.
Okay.
So, like some movies that I can like see have an audience, and then because I've watched a mixture of movies that I liked that were just bad, and then a mixture of movies that I probably would have liked if I was like if I was a kid and this movie came out, I probably would have liked it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
what's your number uno?
So the first one I had on my list, I put in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Okay.
Not the 2017 one.
I figured that one was bad.
Yeah.
I liked that one up until they get their suits, and then the movie just drops.
Yes, but this one had the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV show cast after they replaced 3 characters. So I enjoyed this a lot as a child, even though it was not that great. So this movie was directed by Brian Spicer, came out in 1995. The cast is, you had Karen Ashley as Aisha Campbell, the Yellow Ranger, the second Yellow Ranger. Johnny Bosch as Adam Park, the second Black Ranger. Steve Cardenas as Rocky, the second Red Ranger. Jason David Frank as Tommy Oliver, and this one he's the White Ranger. Amy Jo Johnson as Kimberly Hart, and David Yost as Billy Cranston. So this movie has an interesting plot. It's almost reminiscent of like the beginning is kind of reminiscent of the whole premise of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Like Rita Repulsa is getting brought back to life. Somebody opened up something they shouldn't have and unleashes this evil upon the world. But this movie is really bad because the dialogue, not great. The suits were awful. The suits really were awful. But it still had that same charm of the TV show, which was nice, just on a bigger scale. The CGI of the Zords was probably some of the worst CGI I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
But it's Power Rangers, and it's enjoyable for what it was. And I think that it if they would have done something like this to the 2017 Power Rangers movie, it probably would have done a lot better because they could have done so much better. But having like an origin story for the 2017 one was not a smart choice whatsoever.
Mhm.
Like, I hate when they do origin stories for something that we've all had for many years. Just have people go watch that
Yeah.
stuff, and then you can go from there. But I really enjoy this as a child. I had it on VHS, and I watched it a lot. So, same thing with the Power Rangers Turbo movie. Same thing. It wasn't as a big scale, but it was.
Mhm.
I thought it was good.
Okay. So for my list, I'm gonna kind of work backwards into the year.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna kind of go from like now
Uh huh.
to January rather than going the other way,
Okay.
because I've definitely had some on the first episode that were from earlier this year. So my first one that I'm gonna say is The Running Man, the
Interesting.
87 version.
Okay.
It's a bad movie.
It is.
It's flat. Acting really isn't there. The pacing's kind of a little all over the place.
It's pretty different than the book, from what I understand
Yeah.
too.
But it's just got that charm. It's just got that Arnold Macho Man, like sci-fi-ish futuristic charm
Yes.
that is just fun. And part of it reminds me of like John Carpenter's They Live. You know, John Carpenter, he also directed John Carpenter's The Thing,
Yeah.
1981.
Yeah.
starring
Possibly a
Kurt
sequel.
Russell. We don't talk about that. Yeah, it's just it's a fun movie. It's entertaining. Visual effects are pretty decent. Like they still hold up for the most part. Like when Arnold, like they do the AI Arnold face and they switch it. That
Yes.
scene looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Tron,
Mm-hmm.
but that seems pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a fun movie. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm trying to pull up my second one on Letterboxd.
I have one in here that we'll both agree on.
Okay. I had.
I'll just quickly say Dracula Untold. We said it the first time. Love the movie, but like
Yes.
just
Yeah.
Dracula Untold.
That was a good movie. All right. So my next one is a trilogy.
Okay.
It's the 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Suits were bad.
Terrifying.
They were really terrifying. The dialogue was kind of
All over the place.
all over the place, but like it was reminiscent of the cartoons, so it worked. Same thing with Power Rangers. Like it worked for where they were trying to pull from.
Mhm.
But I think the biggest thing was like just the suits in general. Like they were horrible. But then you look at like the most recent live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that we got.
I didn't
and
watch the second one.
I did, only because Stephen Amell was in it.
Yeah.
He played Casey Jones.
Mhm.
But I almost preferred the 90s ones over the more recent ones.
I heard a theory, actually. Not a theory, but like a weird concept about all of like the movies is each of them, like they each get an aspect of their name like pretty good. Like the 90s one,
Mhm.
they got the mutant part
Mhm.
of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The animated one that just came out got the teenage part.
Mhm.
The Michael Bay one's got the ninja, and then that animated one from like 2009 TMNT got the turtles part.
Oh, okay.
So they each have like their own aspect of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I think is a pretty interesting way of thinking about it.
Yeah, I did. I think this is one of the few movies where I like the sequel better. The Secret of the Ooze. I think that's more popular than the other ones.
I
Like
do
they're
th-
all not great. They're not.
I do think that the new live action ones, the first one, like they're bad, they're forgettable, but the first one is so quotable. Like I still always hear MC Mikey, like the elevator scene.
Yeah.
And
I don't remember those movies at all.
I barely remember them.
Yeah, I don't.
I just
Those
remember that
aren't-
they all got like screwed over because they weren't allowed to like do press junkets.
Yes. Yeah.
So like they basically were faceless stars.
Yeah.
That no one knew their names.
True.
And yeah. Okay, so for mine, I think we both agree on this one pretty well. I have High Tension.
Okay. Yes. But it's also just a bad movie.
Yeah, it's just bad.
But I enjoyed it. I didn't necessarily enjoy it at.
First
I
time
wouldn't say I
watched it,
enjoyed it. It's messed up. It's
Yeah.
so messed up. Everything about it is so messed up.
yeah, it's so just crazy. Like just watching, you're like, wow,
And it's pretty cringy.
yeah.
A lot of it is
It's got
cringy.
some. It's got some
It's
cringy
a
moments.
French movie and it's a French horror movie. But the twist at the end, I
It's
thought was
so
insane.
out of left field, and it almost is just like, wow, this movie is just bad.
Yeah, and
Like
you
it's
don't-
so
you-
far fetched. It legit does not make any sense.
No,
Like
you
it's not to the
couldn't
point
call
where
it
like,
either.
oh, that doesn't make sense. No, like it does not make sense.
You couldn't call it either because it like none of it made sense.
But it makes it
whatsoever.
more interesting when you on a rewatch because then you're like, how would this happen?
Yes.
Like logistically, it doesn't make sense how this would happen. So it does make you think on a rewatch, like in your head, how do you think this part happens? Because a lot
Yeah.
of it just it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but then it even like the realization that we get, it's kind of more so like, huh?
Yeah.
And then it takes you a minute and you're still like even after everything you're kind of just like, huh? What?
Mm.
That doesn't make any sense. How would that even happen? But it is worth a watch, I think.
Mm.
So, yes. It's on what, Tubi?
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense. It should be there. All right. Next one I have Real Steel.
Okay, Sean Levy. I don't like Sean Levy that much.
No. But
I
you would-
hated Free Guy.
Yeah.
I did not. I feel like he was I don't want to say the worst part about Deadpool Wolverine. I don't like his vision. I
Mhm.
feel like he's still trying to figure it out. That's why I don't like it. I mean, I just don't think he's found what he like his true vision for it. But Real Steel, I really really like. I
Yeah.
had it on repeat all the time.
I'm not a huge fan of it. It's definitely a kids popcorn movie.
So cringy.
Yes.
So cringy with like
CGI is not-
the dancing.
Yeah, CGI is not great.
It's just, I feel like the issues with the CGI is the movement. They didn't really get the movement, especially like of Zeus.
Yeah.
His
but
his
I-
movements are just like a little inaccurate. Like he can like when he jumps.
Yeah.
And like his actual weight.
But I think if Sean Levy would have kind of taken a page out of Michael Bay's playbook on Transformers,
Okay.
it could have been way like visually
Yeah.
way better.
Like I feel like I wish that there was just more. I wish that they could kind of build on this world more because I feel like that's where it kind of failed.
Yes.
It kind of it's weird, but it thrived in mobile games.
Yeah, and I could definitely see that. It's pretty much like a take on Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah.
So it's like humans control fighting robots, and it's like a huge boxing thing, and it's like almost in a futuristic world.
Yeah.
Very popular. That's like probably the most
I
popular.
might watch
sport in
that
the
today
movie.
actually.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. I thought it was an interesting choice for him
Yeah.
to do it.
Sometimes his accent slips out. Like there's
Mhm.
one particular line that he says that always used to like get me as a kid
Mhm.
is like when he's like, when he first like his kid first gets there and he's like where's this or whatever and he's like it's gone.
Yeah.
But how he says gone always reminded me of like Flintstone gummies
Oh, okay.
for some reason.
That's weird, but okay.
Or like when he's like the kid's dangling like the keys over the grate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird. This movie, like the best part of it is like that montage of them like of Adam getting better.
Yeah.
And then like all of that montage is like the mobile game.
Mm.
Like every character you see there, you know. I mean the soundtrack pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
The sound effects are pretty cool, especially with like Adam and he's like
Mhm.
like that weird sound.
Yes.
Uh
The dancing thing is.
oh yeah, it's so
I didn't
cringy.
like that.
Same with the watch me.
Yes.
So cringy. And then he's like going, he's not yet. It's so cringy. And then he like does the Superman punch.
Yeah, I think it tried really hard to do a kind of hype the audience up and get you more invested. And for me, it just didn't. It didn't
like
work
even just
properly.
thinking about that ending scene where they're all like crying, like it's almost ironically funny.
Mhm.
But like some of the visual effects stuff is like still hold it. Like the phones, they're a little janky, but
Mhm.
they're pretty there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Mhm.
I like it a lot. But I wish that mobile game was still around. It was
Yeah.
a fun mobile game. But yeah, I like that one. I kind of want to do a 2-for-1 here.
Mhm.
These are both franchises. I only like one movie from the first one I'm going to mention. and I haven't seen the third. And then the other one, I feel like I'm the minority on this opinion. But first one, I'm gonna say is Tron. I like Tron Legacy. It's got its issues. It does not feel like a proper sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no explanation for how the grid went from what it was to like the style it became in like 5 years. It fully just changes like that. Like no explanation. Like it wasn't not reminiscent, but it didn't have enough qualities from the original. The story was there, but it didn't have like the filmmaking aspect. There was like little things like you can see his like little Game Boy thing that he played on, and like you can see like some of Flynn's stuff from the original movie, but it's just
not a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah, not a lot of like homages. Which, if it's called Legacy,
yeah, there should be quite a few.
Yeah,
it should be like spewing.
This was like a rare case where I feel like they needed that and they just didn't have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but some movies that do that, there's usually too much.
Yeah, too much or not enough.
Yeah,
and this is a very rare one where I don't think it's enough. But I don't really care for the original that much. I think it drags on for a while. I see like where they're coming from, but it almost they don't even feel related at all. And then third one, I'm not gonna watch till it's free. But I really like Legacy. It's such a bad movie though, and I don't know where this kind of trend of it becoming really popular came from. But yeah, I think it's a bad movie, but I like it.
Okay.
Falls a little flat. And then the other one I have is Terrifier.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was going to put Terrifier on my list too, but I didn't.
The story and then like that, especially the cinematography and stuff like that, is just hard to watch. Like it's just like from a filmmaking aspect, it's just not there. But the visual effects just make it fun.
Yeah.
Like it is, because a lot of people view it as just intentionally just being gross, to be gross, and it's disgusting. But like, to me, watching it, it just seems like these guys are like, oh, let's do this. And then trying to come up with, like on a budget, how to practically do these like gory practical effects. And I just think it just seems fun to like try to figure out these. I mean, I know they've had some behind the scenes stuff that was a little rough, but like it just seems like it's almost like they're trying to come up with these problems for themselves with the visual effects to then try to make something really cool. But that's like the only part of these movies that I think are like worth watching, is just to see how innovative and how interesting these visual effects are, which I find it weird that this has people hate it so much for that, but that is why The Boys is so loved. Find that a little strange.
Yeah, the Terrifier movies are hard to watch. Even like the gory stuff, like some people really, really enjoy that. But
I don't enjoy it because I think it's cool. I enjoy it because like seeing, I'm so curious like how they come up with this, or like what techniques do they use for visual effects stuff. Okay. All right. I just see it as like a visual effects study.
Yeah, those are good ones to have. My next one is the 2000 How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Okay.
With Jim Carrey. Visually, I think it looks really cool and interesting, and it very sticks to the source material of the Whoville and how everybody looks. But like on a live action standpoint, it looks creepy. Like all the Who's look creepy with their noses and stuff like that, and even the dialogue, it's campy, it's cringy, but I think Jim Carrey makes this movie. And I think the dynamic between Cindy Lou Who and the Grinch is strange to me. And I think it's weird, even more so from a live action standpoint.
I used to think the Grinch was a horror movie.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, like I was terrified of it.
It is really kind of creepy.
I do have a similar movie on here, or I mean, for that I kind of want to talk about. That I did not watch this year, but it kind of these two movies always reminded me of each other for some reason.
Yeah, but the Grinch is so synonymous with Christmas, and I know a lot of people really enjoy watching it during Christmas time. But I think it's a bad movie. I think a lot of it is just not great, but it's enjoyable during the holiday season.
So the one that reminds me of it is James and the Giant Peach.
Okay.
Uh, it's just got that weird like aspect about it, and
I don't like the animation style.
I don't like it so much that I like it.
Okay.
Like I hate it so much that I like it. It's
Mhm.
weird. But it. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Every time I go to North Carolina, I don't know if you remember this, but there's a giant water tower, like right when you like kind of get into North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
of a peach,
Yes.
of
Yeah.
a giant peach,
Mm-hmm.
and I take a picture of it every time because it's
Yes.
James and the Giant Peach. I
Yeah.
think it is
I
hilarious.
do remember that. Yeah.
And yeah, also that movie weirdly reminded me of like Charlotte's Web, which I feel like is a movie that has become completely forgotten.
Mm.
Like no one, I haven't heard anyone talk about Charlotte's Web in forever.
No. I mean, I think I never watched it willingly.
It
was
weirdly
always
reminds me of The Notebook.
That is strange. Charlotte's Web was always a movie we watched in class.
Yeah,
Like
I watched it a
around-
lot as a kid.
Well, there was always a specific time we watched it too, because it was like
I
right
always
before
remember
a
that pig's
break
name.
or something.
Yeah, it's always around fall.
Yeah, so maybe like Thanksgiving break we watched
I
it.
always remember. I don't know why. Never forget Wilbur,
Yeah,
and that like little like rat guy.
yeah. It's weird. Jurassic World,
Okay,
2015.
I like that one a lot.
Bryce, yes. It had
It
everything.
had a good foundation.
I don't think it was necessary,
No,
and I like that they kind of kept to the original movies in a sense of like everything is connected to the original movies.
I didn't like how
Whereas-
no one knew about the park though until like the other two movies. Then it was like, oh yeah, everyone knows about Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but after Jurassic World, like Dominion, whatever the one after Jurassic World is,
Extinction.
Nope. No. But those movies like slowly lost everything from the original.
Mhm.
Which I guess if you're trying to redo it,
I mean, they're already trying to redo it.
yeah,
Which is crazy.
which I think is fine, but I think Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, they need to be connected at all times.
Mhm.
You can't veer off too far, which is why I feel like after Jurassic World, they all kind of suck.
Mhm.
Like really bad, especially like Rebirth, horrible.
I like the first two Jurassic Parks. And I like World.
Yes, I'm the same way, but it's one of those movies where I don't think we needed it.
Uh-uh.
It was good for the time.
Yeah, I'm glad that we have it. The first Jurassic World.
Yeah,
I would have been fine if they just didn't make another one after that.
yeah.
Because it really didn't make sense to make another.
No, other from like a money standpoint. For
like a plot standpoint,
companies.
there's
Because now,
Only
like,
thing about
you,
the
you
sequel
go to
that
the
made
toy
sense.
section,
All
half
dinosaurs.
of an aisle is Jurassic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it from that standpoint, but as far as the movies go, Jurassic World is good for what it is, but I thought it was very unneeded, and I feel like I can only watch it every now and then. It's not it's a popcorn movie, but at the same time, like it's a hard popcorn movie to watch whenever.
Mhm.
You have to just be in like a certain mood for it.
That movie also weirdly reminds me of the first Venom. Like there's some weird tone stuff that's similar.
Mm.
That just kind of like the stuff in the lab.
Yeah. I think the dynamic between Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are
I like
really good.
I like the kids.
Yeah, the kids are.
I don't know why
wish
they got
were
rid of
in
the
more.
kids.
Yeah,
They
I
were
wish-
like the main characters of that movie, and then
after that they're nowhere to be found. Yeah, I agree.
I will say so. Sometimes movies do add dialogue specifically for the trailer,
Yes.
and this one has probably one of the worst, like the worst of it. It's right before they leave to go to the park. The mom's like, "Careful!" And if you see a dinosaur, run.
Yeah.
And last time it was just like on. She said that, and then I was like, I guarantee you, if I pull up the trailer, that is like either the first or it's gonna be like the turning point in the trailer because because the trailer is like because I hadn't seen the trailer, but I was like,
There's a formula to them.
I guarantee it's gonna be like this fun, lighthearted thing, and then all of a sudden she's gonna say that, and then it's gonna be dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what the trailer is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
that's the
agree.
exact line that is done to do the tonal
Yep.
switch.
Okay.
I want to throw in a comedy there. So I have The Sitter with Jonah Hill.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that movie, honestly.
I like that movie.
I don't think it's.
It's so I feel like it's
It was funny
so
the first
easy to
time.
watch because it's only like an hour and 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny enough to like it's funny. I don't
just
think it's
don't-
like it was like trying too hard to be like the next super bad kind
Mhm.
of, but it almost was like trying to gravitate that audience, but it just didn't. It just kind of missed.
Mhm.
It's a bad movie, but I like it.
Yeah, I think it was
watched
funny
a lot
the-
on Redbox.
Yeah, I thought it was funny the first time. And
The kids do
then-
get annoying.
Yes, they do. They get very annoying, and I think because you were over one time and you put it on. I think right before we went to Florida. No,
No.
somewhere else. We went somewhere the day before and you stayed over, but you put it on and I was like, I don't like this at all. Like nothing about it was funny anymore to me for some reason. And I think a lot of it had to do with like how the kids were portrayed, like really obnoxious kids. Yeah, that is it is a bad movie.
I do think if Jonah Hill was not in it, the movie I would hate the movie. I feel like
Yeah.
Jonah Hill I feel like just made that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. All right. My next one is multiple, but it's The Three Ninjas. You ever watch The Three Ninjas?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's about three kids and their grandfather pretty much teaches them martial arts. And so they always go stay with their grandpa for like the summer, like during a break or whatever, and they're really into martial arts, they're really good at it, and then they tend to get into some type of situation where they have to, use their ninja skills and kind of fix the situation. So Victor Wong plays grandpa. He's just grandpa. Victor Wong is Mr. Miyagi.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason I feel like the kids always change. But actually let me look. Okay, they're kind of the same, but like the actors change. So it's Colt, Rocky, and Tum Tum.
Hmm.
Tum Tum's the youngest, and he's the one that's almost like he's super naive. He's always hungry. He's always tired. So my favorite one is the Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, and the plot is they're visiting grandpa and then they kind of meet this girl who's part of like a Native American reservation. This company's trying to take over the reservation and kind of get them out of it so they can build, some skyscrapers and stuff like that. And so the three ninjas help this girl and her family kind of make sure they keep the reservation intact. But these movies are so campy and corny and almost Power Ranger-esque fighting moves, and the way they do certain things, it's always like hiya, and they do that very loudly and stuff like that. And Colt and Rocky are like the cool kids and things like that, and Tum Tum's just like the weird little kid that's always hungry. But they're so enjoyable. They really are. Like you should watch them. I think they're on Tubi as well.
Okay.
Knuckle Up is probably the best one. They have The Three Ninjas, which came out in 1982. Three Ninjas Kick Back, which came out in 1984. Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain, which has Hulk Hogan in it. And then Three Ninjas Knuckle Up. So they're just really not great movies, but they're super enjoyable and they're good for kids, I think. Yeah, it's fun to watch. Yeah.
So this one we'll definitely agree on. Oh, this one I just kind of want to say real quickly. Now You See Me 1. It's a little all over the place, especially perspective wise, because you're following at first you're not following the magicians, and then you are, and then you aren't, then you are, then you aren't.
Yes.
And then it's just a little all over the place. But I like the first one. The second one's okay.
Second one's forgettable.
Yeah. Third one, no. Fourth one, not gonna watch it whenever that comes out. But I want to say him.
Okay. Yes.
I want
Yes.
to say him. I don't know why I don't. I can see why people hated it, but like I really liked it. I
Yeah.
went in with really low expectations, but I liked it a lot. Definitely one of my more enjoyable for the year.
Yes. So yeah, the plot was kind of stupid for me.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, but I thought it was enjoyable and it kind of made you think, which was nice. But I didn't think it.
Some of the execution was a little weird.
Yes, visually, I think everything. I wish we got more X-ray stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been really cool. But like the weird, creepy stuff that was going on could be a little bit too much.
I do like the American Psycho like homage where he's like, "I'm gonna go watch some tape," and then just
Yes.
disappears.
Yes. Yes.
Some stuff like visually, like some visual effects stuff, like being really nitpicky was off. Like the ice in the bathtub specifically is the one that like sticks out for me.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff that makes sense that was just kind of a little over the place, like him shooting the mascot. There's a whole behind the scenes thing where it like shows not behind a deleted scene where you see the mascot,
Mm-hmm.
and it is just he just straight up killed that guy, and that's
Yes.
so early on. So I felt like that was weird, and then some of the execution and like the ending was off.
I didn't like the ending. I visually, I think it looked great, but the ending was just ugh. I didn't like it at all. I think it made me, I think, bring it down like a whole half or a whole star,
Mhm.
just because
I hated
how
it.
much I hated it.
And then I kind of thought about it more, and I liked it.
Okay.
I was okay with it.
Yeah.
Thought I could have been a little better, but
Go watch our episode on him.
yeah, I don't remember when we went and watched that. Actually, I can tell you, we watched it September 25th.
Yep. All right. My last one is Daddy Daycare.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you, most of mine are kids movies.
Yeah.
Because I think kids movies are fine when you're a kid, and then when you get older, like you understand more, and then you're like, okay, how did I like this as a child?
I have a movie like that. It's not gonna be on here because I hate it. It's called Pinocchio 3000.
Mhm.
It is so stupid.
Yeah. But this movie was so interesting because it was, these two guys, they lost their job and then they decide to open up a daycare, and then it's just a bunch of rambunctious kids that they have to try to figure out how to keep them entertained while teaching them how to be good people. And it was super funny. Eddie Murphy is the main character. You have Jeff Garland in there, Steve Zahn, which, I mean, those three together, I think were a very good trio to bounce comedic dialogue off of. And it's a lot of it, it's kind of set in like the house, but like they kind of go on adventures, which is nice. If it was all set in like the same house the entire movie, I probably wouldn't like it so much. But yeah, I think it's super funny. And even now, like if I was to watch it, I would probably still enjoy it. I used to watch it a lot growing up, but I think everything on my list today is something that I'm excited to show the kids about. So, and hopefully they like it as well. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of rattle
Mhm.
through a few. Balls of Fury.
That movie's so bad, but it is so
It is
enjoyable.
so bad, but
It's
it has like its
funny.
own charm to it.
Yeah. Christopher Walken is just so
Yeah.
good in that movie.
It's just so
The idea of it
stupid.
is ridiculous.
That one also weirdly reminds me of Kill Bill too.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically all the training stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen Kill Bill?
Yes.
So we talked about it last time, but Never Back Down.
Yeah.
Recently I've seen this movie's gotten some flack, but Weapons has gotten flack.
Yes, a lot of people don't like it. I really enjoyed it, and I can understand why people don't like it because it is a little all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for what it was trying to accomplish, it succeeded, and I think it's a movie that's done really well. I'll throw in a movie I'd watched recently, The Naked Gun, with Liam Neeson. So stupid, so bad. but it's beat after beat after beat of just funny, over the top dialogue and weird, like trying to be serious but like say something funny.
Mm-hmm.
You should watch it. It's interesting. I don't really remember the original Naked Gun. It's also I thought it was uh a reboot, a remake.
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
All their parents are
Yes. Yeah, and there's and it
that scene with
it lets you
OJ.
know, huh?
The scene with OJ, where Simpson, where he's like looking at the picture of him, and then he like looks over at the camera and goes,
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I did. Uh, the beginning of that scene, I was like, okay, and then it did it again, and I was like, okay, and then it did it again, and I was like, all right, and then I started to veer off and look at somewhere else, and so like I caught a last glimpse of that, and so that's why I was like, yeah, but it's funny. The plot is stupid, everything about it is stupid, but I think it works as a funny movie.
and then I got one more that I want to mention, but I know you and I like this movie, and you and I like this director, even though he is no longer making movies. Ted 1 and 2.
Okay. I think the Ted movies are really dumb and they're not great as far as like the execution of the plot, the acting. It's a Mark Wahlberg movie. Sometimes Mark Wahlberg movies are just kind of like,
It's a hit or miss.
yeah, it like cuz he's almost in the same aspect of The Rock.
It was weird because like when he got kind of like early into his acting stuff, he was in like some big stuff,
Mhm.
like Boogie Nights
Yeah.
with PTA,
Mhm.
what? And then The Departed, The Departed. Like he's in a Martin Scorsese movie,
Mhm.
and then everyone's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then he like some of the comedy stuff that he does.
He's
it's
like the
just-
most important character in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's almost in the same situation as The Rock, where like
Mhm.
he kind of everybody kind of thinks he plays himself in a way. I don't think he necessarily plays himself, but like
He's had some pretty good roles though, like The Fighter, such a good movie.
yeah,
I need to rewatch Father Stew because I really didn't like sit down for it.
I like that movie. The
But-
movie was very heartwarming, and impactful. I think I like that movie a lot. Yeah, so a lot of his comedy movies I really like.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ted is one of them. I didn't like Ted 2, and then I think we watched it recently, and I was like, okay, actually, this one a lot.
I don't really understand the Ted 2 hate. I think it's easier to watch than the first one,
I think it's the fact that you
but it's missing the the comedy beats and the charm from the first one. But I feel like the story just kind of flows a little bit better. I honestly probably like the idea of the second story more.
I don't think
The
the
first
second one is as funny,
No, but
which is why I think a lot of people don't like it.
I think the second one is funnier more times, but the first one just has those big funny moments, and the second one feels a little too Family Guy cutaway. But I don't like the third act of the first one.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
I just don't really care for it.
Yeah,
Like every time I watch it, I'm like, this is awesome, and then we get to the third act, and I'm like, The show was funny.
yeah, I like the show.
I don't
wish
know
they
where
would've
season
done
2 is.
Yeah, I wish they would do.
Are they canceling it, or
I have no idea.
like I thought it was? I mean, it's
knows-
so
who knows with TV
strange.
shows nowadays?
It's so strange, like how it does not feel like it fits in the world, but
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah,
I mean, also with Seth MacFarlane, I don't see why people hate it. But A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah.
That was the one that
the third act is
ruined.
kinda, I wish was funnier.
This is the one that ruined his career basically.
Mhm.
Is for directing.
Yeah,
And people were
but-
like, "Don't do another." I was like, "This movie is funny."
First act is probably the hardest I've laughed in a movie in a long time,
Seth MacFarlane's just
and I laugh
beats.
every time.
I mean, he's really good with his beats, like being on beat. And like another movie that comes to mind. It's not a bad movie. It's a good movie. Tommy Boy,
Yes,
It's
Tommy Boy's
so
good.
funny.
Yeah,
like just hitting those beats perfectly.
Mhm.
Like even yesterday, I said I can hear you getting fatter.
Mhm.
Like that movie is so funny, and Chris Farley and David Spade are just
They're a good. They were a good
duo.
comedic duo. Yeah, I agree.
that was Those like Seth's beats just like hit, and I wish that he would have.
It's a lot of passion that you
I wish that he
skip
would
pulls through.
I wish that he would like keep directing movies and stuff. But yeah.
Yep. That's all I got.
That's all I got too.
Let us know what your favorite bad movies are.
Yeah, and then I don't know. We might do best worst movies. Worst best movies. I don't know. We probably might do one by the time this one comes out. But yeah, you can check our social media stuff at the top of the description and join us for Friday's episode of Movie News. And yeah, we'll be right here.